In this section, we're going to focus on laying down the groundwork for accountability and behavioral guidance for teachers and students. It's important for students to understand the logic of what they're learning. Teachers need to define what does it mean to be accountable for work. They need to know themselves what's considered acceptable and what not to let slide. Students can and will try to get out of doing as much as they can. So it's very important to define our terms. Students should know that the teacher reports to the principal and they will be held accountable for any slacking off. One of the most frustrating and passive ways that students misbehave is by refusing to do work or doing a poor job just because they can. Close that loophole, because otherwise it will be used. Secondly, teachers need to recognize the importance of students incorporating feedback and improving. This is how students learn. It's how their academic levels will rise. And if they just do test after test without really studying the feedback that they get, they won't progress. So making sure that teachers incentivize incorporating feedback, such as allowing half points to be given back for fixed answers, it's very important for the overall feeling of class being serious business. Lastly, students often ask why they're learning something, and we get annoyed at them for it, thinking that they're just trying to challenge us. But really, they have a very important point. If we can't answer the questions for ourselves, why are we teaching it? For example, if a student asks why it's important to learn how to read and write, you might want to have an answer, something like MIT Professor Patrick Henry Winston's answer. You shouldn't go out in life without the ability to communicate, and that's because your success in life will be largely determined by your ability to speak, your ability to write, and the quality of your ideas in that order. It sounds like a much better reason to learn how to write a persuasive essay than because I said so, right? There are some key factors that I've discovered are critical to a teacher's success in the classroom. Behavior directly affects the classroom climate, and the students know it. Tracking behavior occurs in 3 basic categories, which will differ slightly based on age level. So for younger grades, you'll want to do explicit doing great and refocus points, while for older grades, it's more of a cause and effect or of an antecedent behavior consequence model. For students who try to toe the line, as well as for students who need further intervention, there's a very great way to help students become more self-aware in the future so that they can respond differently to issues that they want to communicate. It's a research-backed method that's been proven to help students, and it could really help anyone with becoming more mindful of how they react. It's called Intervention ABCs. A stands for antecedent, B stands for behavior, and C stands for consequence. The antecedent is referring to what came before the behavior. How was the student provoked? Did the guy behind him stab him in the back with a pencil? The behavior refers to how the student handled the situation. What was his reaction? Did he react by yelling at the guy behind him? C is for consequence. What was the result of the reaction? The point that I'm focusing on here for you in your role as an administrator is that teachers should be using their gradebook to track behavior. It's very important for students to know that you're going to be seeing the teacher's gradebook too, and the teacher could rely on you being the bad cop. The teacher isn't the one who says that he or she has to track the student's behavior in the gradebook. The administration makes the teacher do it. So when the teacher tells that to the class, the students will feel like their teacher's on their side and not the one who wants to track the behavior. When you check over the teacher's gradebook, you're looking for trends. In fact, you should be writing data points, such as Leah Cohen, sent out 4 times in 2 weeks. All issues you'll see will need to be followed up with in a meeting with the teacher. It's so important not to let any problems fester and get worse. When there's a clear, resounding order in the school, only genuine behavior issues will appear in this environment. Those who just want to toe the line, just to see how far they can go, will simply have to cancel their plans.